Hey, happy Easter. And I'm so glad if you are part of Liverpool One Church's life groups and that you've made a small window of your time to gather together today with just like-minded, like-hearted people as you have chosen and determined in your heart to follow Jesus and outwork that in the format of a life group. We think that's the best place for you to grow in your faith. Huge thank you to not only Steve and Rach, but also every single one of you life group leaders that are just facilitating a group right now. This Sunday in church, it was Easter Sunday. And the bottom line is that we just gave a real simple gospel presentation that was rooted in a very simple thought. And it came out of a conversation that Jesus had with Peter. In fact, in Matthew 4, he has one conversation where he says to him, "Come and follow me." And then we read more like that Peter and all of his brothers and all of the boys go and follow Jesus. But then what happens is he ends up being arrested. He ends up being beaten, tried in a legal court before he's then crucified. And then he's brought back to life. But the disciples didn't know that that was the plan. They had no clue that he was brought back to life. So what we have now is the situation where Peter, who's trying to follow Jesus, then sees the one he's been following killed on a cross, and they're all left feeling like their hopes are in tatters. So what happens then is that Jesus engages in a second conversation with Peter on the beach, where he says to him again, "Come and follow me." And it wasn't because Peter had never received an invitation to come follow him. What it was a second invitation to come and follow me. And during that second conversation, it was when Peter was like, he'd just thrown the towel in. He'd gone out onto the lake and decided that he wanted to be a fisherman again. And I think that we do a similar thing too. When life hits us hard and when it feels to us like all hope is gone, it becomes very easy for us to consider our previous way of life before we were in relationship with Christ. And we've got our own way of going fishing. We might not be getting on a boat to go and catch some trout, but what we do, in fact, do you even catch trout on a boat? I have no clue. Can you tell I don't do fishing? But we all have our own equivalent, right? We go and we hit the bottle, or we go back to that relationship, or we go back to that unhealthy habit. We've got our own way of dealing with the times that it feels like our hope is gone. So my encouragement for every single one of you is, if you feel distant in your relationship with Jesus, that I want you to know that Jesus' request of you is the same as what it was to Peter in John 21. It would be that you come, follow me again. Have a great night at Life Group, folks. Happy with that? Thank you, people.